I want to review the basic high-level subscription package just in a general sense to give you an idea what's included and what's not included. Because if all this marketing stuff is new to you, there's a lot more to it than just getting the subscription to HighLevel. Look at the basics here. It says everything you need to succeed will help consolidate all of your marketing tools, and they absolutely do. There's people paying 40, 50 bucks or more just for Calendly. And this combines lots and lots of tools, right? All the tools that you need to make a whole marketing system happen, right? Voicemail, forced calls, SMS, emails, carrier pigeon, you name it. WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, all into the consolidated inbox. If you're collecting payments, great. It has that too. You can create websites and funnels and landing pages and do the same with forms and surveys, and you can set up your online appointment scheduling. It's really flipping fantastic. I love it. You can customize your campaigns and create multi-channel campaigns and two-way communication on any device. There's a really wicked good mobile app that I love working with. Fully automated booking. This is one of my favorites because I don't have to talk to people just so that they can get an appointment, and it eliminates all that back and forth. You can create membership areas. So if you wanted to build out courses and offer free or paid courses, all of this is unlimited. You can look at your opportunity pipelines and set your tracking and analytics and reports and, again, everything you need. And if you wanted to offer this to somebody else, you could relabel it and sell it to somebody else at whatever price you want. Right? No problem. Except I think they have a minimum you can't go below, but some companies do anyway. I don't understand it. Who cares? I just like it to run my business. There is good support. I see some people complain about, hey, I think it's fantastic. It's software is for marketers by marketers, and it's wicked good, and it replaces all of these tools. Right? And this is not nonsense. Here you go. Here's HubSpot, MailChimp, Constant Contact, just for email marketing, reputation management, document signing, and their document package is getting better. Have you ever tried paying for DocuSign? You can do so much with this one tool that 97 bucks a month is a steal for what it does. But the challenge becomes what's not included. And I don't care what level platform you're on. If you want to get pre-built automations or workflows, okay, for example, I order Medicare leads. If I call that direct mail lead back, or maybe they went online and plugged something in, if I call them, they might be great, but what if they're not ready for 6 to 9 months? Now what are you going to do? You better have something to send them. That means you got to think about how often to send it and come up with the content. And yeah, you could use ChatGPT to help you, but it's wrong. You still have to coach it and know how to prompt the machine. You know, you've got to think through the customer journey, piece all of that together. None of that's included, right? There are maybe some email templates and funnel templates that you can download, which is great. And if you don't know what a funnel is, it's a web page with a purpose. It's not trying to put all your information about everything online all at once. That's a website, right? So you might be able to even download some funnel templates on the $97 level. Okay, then you're going to have to get yourself a domain. You're going to have to connect that domain. Then you're going to have to decide, what are you going to put there? Okay, you got your funnel template. Now what? Well, you got to figure out, okay, how am I going to get my message out there? Are you going to run ads? Are you going to do just post on social media organically? Which social media platforms are you going to post on? How often are you going to post? You going to use video? Who's going to make the videos? You going to record them of yourself speaking, or are you going to use some kind of technology to come up with engaging videos? Are you going to do shorts or longs? Right? Are those videos formatted properly for TikTok, for everything else? Right. This is what's not included in a regular HighLevel subscription. So believe me, I love this tool But those of you who are just brand new to marketing, maybe you don't have anything set up yet. I've talked to brokers in this space, insurance brokers like myself, and it's the same thing. We don't have a Google page. We don't have a Facebook page. All right. But you want to get leads coming in. Just go buy them from someone else and work with their leads, complain about their leads, right? But at least you can pay money and get the lead. If you want to create a system of attraction and having people come to you, you got to put a big web out there. And if you don't have a Google business page, for example, look, Google's not the only answer. But when you talk to your phone and say, hey, Siri, where's the financial planner near me? Now, Siri's finding that on my iPad, by the way. Thank you. She's looking us up. But if you don't come up on that list, you're already in a 6-foot hole compared to everybody else. Right? Same thing with a Facebook page. All right, you want to run some ads. Cool. You can run those ads yourself, or you can pay someone to do it. Let's say it's ads to attend my seminar. Let's say I'm going to do a seminar or a webinar. All right. So I've got to do everything, right? We got to pick the venue, we got to have my presentation, all the basic stuff just on the agent side, broker advisor side. But you've got to sort out all the rest. Where you're going to make posts, how you're going to invite people, and all of that. If you pay somebody else to do it, they're going to have their Facebook page. They're going to have their landing pages already set up. I've seen some that just use what's it called? The Evite or Events or whatever that online thing is for scheduling. Great. They just make a little landing page in there, put their verbiage, their lingo, their generic company name on there, right? Retirement are us. Where are you going to put your ads? Because I've talked to some folks that are like, I want to put my company name out there. I understand you want to put your company name out there and create that brand. And that is a massive undertaking, right? I don't know how many dollars are spent on creating brands and stuff, but it's a lot harder than just buy a domain and just hope people show up. And I've talked to guys that have the fanciest website ever. It's the slickest looking website, man. It's freaking awesome. And you know how many leads I get from it? None. Why? Because it's not just the website. Okay, it's not just anything on this list. It's the whole package, and it's not an event. It's a process. And yes, I get it. If you're busy selling insurance and annuities and presenting Medicare and all that, hey, you don't have time for this crap. Right? That's why companies charge a lot of money. Okay? The problem is a lot of them, they never did insurance. They weren't an advisor. They don't intimately understand the challenges because they are a marketing company in most cases. Now, some of them do. Some of them do, and you're going to pay for it. What else is not included? You don't get any scripts, no copywriting or content guidance at all. No one's going to help you set up your Facebook page if you don't have one, or your Google business page if you don't have one. Let's say you want to automate some things outside of GoHighLevel. For example, an automation I made for myself, I was tired of writing emails. I just created an automation where I drag an email in my Google inbox to a different folder that I set up, and that triggers ChatGPT. It sends a message to ChatGPT and says, hey, take this email and respond to it in the way I like to respond, and I set all that up ahead of time. And then boom, I get in my draft email folder, there's an email. Now all I've got to do is edit it. That kind of stuff doesn't just automatically show up with GoHighLevel subscription. And yes, it takes time. And yes, you got to pay for zaps and automations behind all that. Advanced reporting on the dashboard. Look, you get a great dashboard in HighLevel, but if you want custom stuff or if you want to push that information to a Google Sheet, you have all the pieces to do all these things when you get HighLevel. That's the best thing about it. You don't have to get 40, 50 different softwares and try to keep track of them all. But you still need other stuff. You just do. If you're trying to pull off a marketing campaign or if you're trying to build something that's reusable, that's my goal. I want to build stuff as close as I can to a professional marketer or a professional marketing team. It's not about ego for me. It's about I want to build a sustainable, reusable system that I can plug into anytime I want, right? So that I can say, okay, I don't want to miss anybody's birthday. I don't, because my system will send them an email. It'll send them a text on their birthday after 9:30 a.m. And it will send them a card, a happy birthday card in the mail that shows up on their birthday automatically without me touching anything. And when I onboard a new client, when I turn in that piece of business, boom, that triggers these different things to happen. If you bought a policy from so-and-so, here's the automated emails I'll send out is, welcome aboard. Thanks for doing business with me. Here's the ACE 800 number. Here's my phone number. Here's the link to their online portal. So you have to set all these email templates up ahead of time. You have to think about what you want to have happen. You have to make sure it looks right and works well on mobile and on desktop and tablets and all that. HighLevel is great at helping you do all this stuff, but the key is you have to do it or pay someone to do it. And that's always the rub, isn't it? Time versus money. All right, so what else isn't included? All those specific follow-up automations for like my Medicare leads. Everybody who pays $97 gets themselves a HighLevel subscription can go out and say, I'm an AI bot expert now, and I'm selling AI to businesses. Hey, look, more power to you. That's fantastic. But you're going to have to figure out how to use that if you pay for the $97 a month GoHighLevel, and you're going to get into the HighLevel Facebook groups, and you're going to ask questions. And sometimes the person knows what they're talking about. Sometimes they don't. Got to be careful who you listen to. And there's also 10, 20 right ways to do things. So it's this whole world of marketing that most brokers and people don't have time to get involved with. HighLevel is a fantastic tool because it combines so many other tools into one tool. But make no mistake, you're going to have all the tools in your tool belt, but that's all you're doing is putting on the tool belt. You didn't put the hammer in yet because you didn't connect the domain. You didn't buy your domain. You didn't set up your domain. If you want to send emails, you have to understand the rules. You want to make calls, you have to get a phone number, which you can buy from the system. You got to get through A2P, right? If you don't know what that is, you're really behind. But there's so many little things that you have to do. You're going to need somebody on your team who can be involved in the process. And if they're not, then maybe it's just not that important to you to have all these pieces in place, but it's really what you need, right? Because if you go buy something, you're searching on Google, you're looking at the reviews on Amazon. If you don't have a place that you're getting reviews from people, that's another one, right? Is reviews. So part of my onboarding process, I ask them, hey, how'd I do? Typical of any business anywhere, right? It's almost like the minimum expectation. So if you don't have a routine way of collecting reviews, HighLevel's not going to do that for you. You're going to have somebody on your team that almost takes the reins when it comes to technology and says, I'm going to be your in-house tech guy or gal. And they really have to put some time into it. And that's another thing too, is I don't care what company you're with. I'm with Integrity Marketing Group. In my opinion, they've got the best deal on the street, the best technology for insurance. I can log in and buy leads. I can do all kinds of stuff, warm transfers, you name it. But what I can't do is get anybody at the company to set up my Google business page. It's not like I've asked them. This is just outside the scope of their responsibility or their offer, right? So whatever company you're with, they're going to market themselves. They're going to do their commercials on their Facebook and their websites. And they're paying teams and teams of people to do all that for the company, right? And a lot of times you'll get, oh, here's the landing page. They'll make you one landing page, which is the same template that everybody else gets. And there it sits out online. Just sits there. Now what? Now what? What are you going to do with it? You don't want to make the mistake of thinking that your slick website or slick funnel, while there's hundreds of thousands of marketers out there, I would guess, based on numbers I see of how many downloaded this and that software, you're just going to disappear unless you have some of the basic pieces in place. Your website's not going to get found unless you push it to someone, putting some money behind it. And again, now there's some ads, and it's like a whole new world. Now you're involved with Meta and pixel tracking and Meta's ad platform. There's a reason agencies will get $500-600 to run one webinar, one seminar, because there's a lot of setup involved. None of that stuff happens just because you got a marketing platform that helps make all of that stuff easy. Gary V. If you don't know who Gary V is and you're trying to get interested in marketing or pay someone to do marketing for you, go follow Gary V, because I think the dude knows what he's talking about. But he's telling businesses from the stage when he does presentations, you need to post at least 3 videos and images per day on LinkedIn, just LinkedIn. And then you also need to do that on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and TikTok and whatever other ones that make sense for where your market is. HighLevel's great because it will help you do that with the social media planner. So if you are an independent broker like myself, you don't want to pay 5-10 grand to some giant agency to set up all this stuff, but things need to get done, you could just go buy the raw tools from HighLevel for $97 a month and off you go.